This video takes a look at Madonna's output on CD from 1994 to 2008. 1994 saw the release of Bedtime Stories. I feel from 1992's Erotica that the stuff became more stylized. The albums became a little bit more dimensional. This has kind of got a slight downbeat feel to it, kind of slight hip hop beats. Yeah, it's very of its time. Produced by Neely Hooper, also worked with Massive Attack and Bjork, Dallas Austin, Babyface and Dave Jam Hall. So yeah, it's loungy. It's one of the originals. As far as I know, the artwork for this was supposed to be actually like this. There's actually copies with Madonna up here, Bedtime Stories underneath. So yeah, I switched it around. Get a nice baby blue disc tray there. There's all the lyrics and all that. So yeah, it's kind of middle ground. Nothing really, you know, too eventful or anything like that. To me, it's kind of forgettable, really. Something to remember. This was released in 1995. This is a compilation of love songs, really, I guess. Or previously released material, as far as I know. I Want You with Massive Attack. There's a few new ones on here, obviously, for the comp to lure people in. I remember from the motion picture with Honours, Take a Bow, and that's a really nice song. It's from Bedtime Stories. You'll see Crazy for You, that was a 1985 hit. This used to be my playground. Live to Tell, that's another cracking track from the True Blue album. Love Don't Live Here Anymore, that's remixed. That was on Like a Virgin. Something to Remember, Forbidden Love, One More Chance, Rain, Oh Father. That's from the 1989 Like a Prayer album. I Want You orchestral with Massive Attack. So yeah, there's kind of oddities here and stuff like that. Nice collector's piece. There's not much in that, really. Yeah, nice collector's piece and not a bad collection. Next up is Evita. Evita was a musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber. This isn't, I mean, it's not technically a Madonna album, it's music from the motion picture, but she sings in lots of the tracks along with other vocalists. It's quite interesting. There's an interesting story behind it. When she started recording sessions in preparation in 1995, you know, she realised the magnitude of the whole thing. She wanted to be Evita in the movie. The movie was quite big, but the Andrew Lloyd Webber and the guys who produced it are pretty demanding, and she felt that very nervous and very insecure with her vocal and stuff like that. But in fairness, she put a massive amount of effort into it, and her voice on this, in fairness, is actually very, very good. You know, she just didn't want to. She didn't want to have critics criticizing her, so she worked bloody hard to make sure that didn't happen. And it's interesting. There's some good stuff on it. The music's very varied. Lots of orchestrations. Lots of. It does sound like a musical. You know, if you like that kind of thing. But Evita, if you're into that kind of thing. But yeah. A lot of stuff on it, 19 tracks. And obviously she sings Don't Cry For Me Argentina. That was a big hit in the 70s. Who else is singing on this? Antonio Banderas, Jonathan Price, Jimmy Neal, and produced by Nigel Wright, Alan Parker, Andrew Lloyd Webber, and David Caddick. So it's a kind of a collector's piece. It's very, very cheap. You can buy this for next to nout. And CD booklet out of these things. It's mainly lined with black and white pictures. But it was a big challenge for her, and it made her better. It made her voice better. Sometimes when I heard some of this, I think it's like ABBA. She sounds like one of the female vocals from ABBA, Evita, I think. So just can't help thinking that. So there you go. That's Evita. Like I said, it's an oddity in the canon, but certainly one worth having. Ray of Light. This was released in 1998. This was a kind of, I won't say a comeback, but this was a big album at the time. Yeah, a very, very big album at the time. It was produced by William Orbit mainly, and okay, there's also production here by Marius De Vries, and produced by William Orbit and Patrick Leonard. Okay, there's a couple of Leonard tracks on this, which is good because he's fantastic. It's quite mature, very, 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 very electronic. The kind of faster tracks turn into techno, I guess, and Drowned World Substitutes were loved. That's a nice opening. Yeah, very, very, very nice. Frozen was another big hit from this. Yeah, so it's a good album. It's a cool album. You know, it was one to have back in the late 90s. You know, hear Madonna's new one. You know, it was quite a. Everybody was into this. It's kind of chill out as well in other ways. Yeah, but it's, you know, it's of its time, I guess, and it's probably one of our strongest albums. Where it sounds like her own, you know. She's done other stuff with other people and it sounds a bit kind of coy, but this is a good one, yeah. Okay, next up is music, and this is from the year 2000. This is kind of return to the poppy kind of side. This one never really grabbed me because some of the production. Number one, it's all, you know, tightly compressed, and it's a kind of a big harsh sound. And then there's a auto tune on some of the vocals, which is kind of, you know, started taking off at the time, and it irritates the hell out of me because I believe that she is a good singer, and she, you know, especially after the vocal coaching, I guess, that she had to go through to do the Evita project a few years earlier. Using autotune because everybody else is using it, and it's irritating. So yeah, this wouldn't be my favourite album by any means. What's on it? Music, kind of almost kind of a Daft Punk nod. Kind of acoustic-y stuff on it as well, but usually turns into a kind of a techno fest. What it feels like for girl. American Pie. Yeah, that's a cover. I actually didn't like that version of it. I actually don't like American Pie anyway. It's one of those songs that you get sick of hearing because everybody sings it all the time. Yeah, so this was done by Mirwaz, hot producer of the day. William Orbit as well, and Guy Sigsworth and Mark Spike Stent. He appeared on a lot of albums back then. Yeah, so there you go. I think she was actually pregnant as well on the in this. They managed to cover it up pretty well. So that's it. Music, Madonna's first album of the new millennium. Greatest Hits Volume 2. This is from 2001. Just a roundup. of hits, and maybe for rarities as well. Deeper and Deeper, and that's the 7-inch edit. Shep Pettibone. Erotica, radio edit. Human Nature, radio version. Secret, edit. Don't Cry For Me, Argentina. Bedtime Story, edit. The Power of Goodbye. Beautiful Stranger. Frozen, Take a Bow, A Ray of Light, Don't Tell Me What It Feels Like for a Girl. Strong World, Substitute for Love. That's a great track. Music. So yeah, that's the second installment. Bloody get stuck. Yeah, it's just lots of images and all that kind of stuff. There's some Steve notes as well here. Yeah, I think I've actually ever read them if I didn't even realise they were there. I must take a look. Yeah. So there it is. GV H2. Let's move on to 2003, and this is American Life. This is kind of stylized, one I never really got into. I don't really like the production. It's kind of Britney territory and all that kind of stuff. Here she is, all urban. The song from Die Another Day is on it here. James Bond movie. Produced again by Merways. American Life Hollywood. Nobody knows. Nothing failed. Yeah, this one I was, wouldn't really be gone on it. Just a lot of posturing as some type of urban gorilla or something like that. Anyway, that's American Life. Confessions on a Dance Floor. This was released in 2005. This is a kind of the non-stop all dance tour de force. Features Hung Up, Sorry and Jump. Hung Up was sampling ABBA's Give Me, Gimme, 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 and this was a big hit, and she did a good job on it as well. But then again, ABBA wrote it, and they're masters of writing hits. Produced by Madonna and Stuart Price. Stuart Price, The Killers, Pet Shop Boys. And there's some tracks by Merwas and some by Bloodshy and Avant. So yeah, this one again is pretty bombast, techno, boogie. All that kind of thing. Lots of pictures of Madonna doing all kinds of weird moves. Yeah, there you go. Again, not my favourite. I actually have this on vinyl. I bought it when it came out, and it's 2 pink vinyl discs, and now it's worth a pretty penny. And finally, Hard Candy. This was released in 2008, the Sticky and Sweet album, including the hit single 4 Minutes featuring Justin Timberlake and Timbaland, plus The Beat Goes On featuring Kanye West. Songs produced by the Neptunes, Timbaland and Justin Timberlake. Those guys were big at the time, all those producers. They were producing everybody that was charting. Pharrell. So yeah, it's again a bit stylized. Be one of my favourites. I also have this on vinyl. It comes with 2 different colour swirl discs and in a trifold, I think, and it's got an extra 12" in there as well. Yeah, you kind of can't help thinking that, you know, she's kind of getting a bit old for this stuff, you know, talking about sweets and all that crap, licking lollies and sucking ice pops. That's hard candy, and that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please subscribe and take care, and thanks for watching.